Greetings and peace. Think about this with a potential vaccine, right? We're taking all these precautions to stop the spread of this virus, when supposedly only 10% or a small percentage have severe symptoms with this virus. So a small number, right? We're taking precautions for that small number. We don't want this to spread, etc., right? But what happens when they come out with a vaccine? They go through the testing and say, we're good to go. We have something that can help everyone. It's not perfect, though, because we know all vaccines are not perfect. And I look at it like this. Say that vaccine had a 10% unsuccessful integration with people's systems, meaning that there was severe reactions because of the vaccine that they're going to administer. Is it worth taking it? Right? See, I've always said long-term building of the immune system is better than short-term experimental vaccines. I personally have not come down with any type of virus for over a decade. Longer than that, actually. I built my immune system up. I don't get sick, for the most part, not with viruses or anything like that. I've got food poisoning before. I've been hungover, and thank God, by God's grace, because I'm not saying I can't get sick, right? But if 10% have a bad reaction, is that vaccine worth it? Because look at both sides. Only so many people have a severe reaction to this virus. Why would I want to take something, potentially if they come out with this, right, that could have what type of consequences for my system long term? Different concoctions of drugs that might interact with my body in a way that is severely damaging to my health long term, destroying my quality of life in light of the common good. This is what I talk about in terms of sovereignty, God's freedom that he gives us all, free will. Right? Yes, of course, we're supposed to consider other people out of love. But that doesn't mean that we have to go with the tide. We have to flow with society. We're sovereign to have choice over our lives. And when someone enforces something over you by force, that's something to consider. Because if we're forced to take a vaccine, something's not right about that. See, that's not real education and love. That's not nurturing someone to understanding why someone's really doing something in the real common good. See, when you move with love, real nurture and consideration, you don't have to force anything on no one. Again, why would I experiment with my own health long term if they come out with a vaccine? And how they implement it tells you everything in terms of the type of state that we're living in. If it's forced on us, if they're conditioning our society to look at people who deem truth and health essential in their life and will be called enemies to the common good, that sounds like tyranny to me when you consider that in light of history, how governments have operated, how these multinational corporations and organizations make decisions for my life, right? Making decisions based off scientific theory. But as soon as you look at what they're doing as a theory, you're a conspiracy theorist for being a free thinker and a critical thinker. Censoring people who have critical thought about what's really going on, because there's a lot not adding up. In naturally our mind, we should connect dots to understand and have clarity about situations. Such is the world we live in, confusion, right? Which shows there must be other things going on. When you can't tell someone exactly what it is, when you allow people to give you all these conflicting messages, right? What's really going on? But it is a complex situation. I mean, to balance it out, these are men and women making decisions, governments making decisions based off probably daily knowledge that they're getting. But I'm just looking at this in a grand scale in terms of history. In sovereignty as a person, sovereignty for you, for me, for us to make decisions, right? That we don't see fit. That's freedom. I don't feel I should have to take a vaccine, nor will I be okay with my family or children taking that. That's my God-given choice. Let's see how in the future our governments respond to that. That'll tell us everything we need to know about moving forward. Let me know what you think. Get wisdom over everything. Wisdom shall be a stability, truly, in these times moving forward. And that wisdom only comes from the Heavenly Father, from the Most High, our Maker, the Great Spirit. Peace.